So I got the Hisense one first. I was just like, Dolby Atmos FlexConnect. I'm like, no way. So essentially, the processing has to be done through the TV. Dolby Atmos FlexConnect is only in their most expensive TV. They're 110-inch UX, whatever. So you got to pay 10 grand, 12 grand for that first. And then they had two speakers kind of behind you a little bit from the couch, out to the sides. They did a quick, calibration, and then they did the Leaf demo, right? Not bad. Then the TCL had a different room. Now, Joe, you didn't like the room because it was all glass, right?
I mean, okay, well, I'll talk about my opinion afterwards. But TCL, what happened?
TCL had one speaker up by the TV on the right, and then one behind you on the left.
Like horrible positioning.
Horrible position. Yeah, and then they had an open back wall, so it was like a room with the wall behind you out.
Okay, all right.
Leaf demo there. I heard the Leaf over here on my right. Like,
where's the binaural demo of that one though?
It's here. I have to edit, dude. I
want to see the binaural of that because. Okay, so here's my thing with the one that you already posted.
Yeah.
So FlexConnect is supposed to be just basically you can put speakers anywhere. If you're using this TV that's capable, then it's supposed to adjust, kind of like the Sony HT-A9, where it finds out the positioning. Now, what was interesting in your binaural demo is it looked like there was a camera. Was there a camera somewhere? There was a camera, right? And it's like try to figure out where the stuff was, things like that.
Cameras there to figure out where you, the human, are.
Oh, okay. So, my question is, in my mind, there's only a certain amount of DSP and delay and things that you can do to make it sound like the sound is coming from somewhere else, right? My whole thing is like, I think CNET posted one where they were demoing that. And I said, well, how about the Haas effect, precedence effect, where you hear where the source of sound is because you can hear the direct sound. And then there's a difference between what you hear from one ear to the next ear, in addition to the reflections that you could possibly hear. That'll also give you an idea of where the speaker is located. How do you undo that? Like, did they somehow magically figure out a way to undo those things? I mean, if they did, and that's awesome. But that's the thing I'm kind of curious about. Is like, can you really not tell that the speaker's not where it's supposed to be?
Yeah. That's the laws of physics not apply to your stove when you're cooking grits. Did it really take 30 minutes?
Hey, they might be doing something crazy, but I'm just saying that's the question that I have. Is
you really got to hear it. You really got to hear it. Yeah, I did the binaural demo, but you really got to hear. I'll put the other one up soon. I'm trying to edit and get through all this stuff. There's just a ton of stuff.
Because the one in the Hisense one, I think the one with the all glass room.
Yeah.
My two critiques is if you do all glass, that's like a very reflective.
Cheating. Is that cheating a little?
It's a little bit cheating because even when you hear the guy talk, you hear him like here, and then you can kind of hear like all these reflections everywhere, which makes it sound more immersive.
It could make it help, yeah. The TCL demo, there was nothing behind the listener.
Okay. Also, in the Hisense one, what I said was they put the speakers kind of in an optimal place. Like if you had only two speakers and you put them directly to the sides of you, that's kind of a good place to put them.
Yeah, side a little back from the couch. Yeah, but
we've done that experiment here. Remember, when I showed you, hey, I'm going to play binaural out of just the two side speakers, but I'm going to try to make it sound like it's. Yeah, it works, especially when you're using speakers as headphones like that.
Yeah,
kind of what you're doing.
Essentially headphones.
But what I'm curious about is the other one where you said one is in the front, and then where's the other one?
Like behind to the left.
That's
and up. And up. So behind to the left and up, and then one's in the front down. Right? It's on a different elevation plane.
And they were able to matrix sounds like in places that you weren't able to hear.
I heard the thing behind me to the right, man. I'm like, whoa. I got on the camera. I was like, whoa, did you guys hear that?
Okay. All right. Hey.
Yeah. So it's one of those things you gotta experience it. Yeah. So that was Dolby Atmos FlexConnect, which was a total surprise for me because I didn't know there were going to be any demos like that there was a new Focal Aria line, but nobody from Focal emailed me. I think Zach went over there. Audio Advice went over there too.
I'm always
as well.
I'm always curious about this new tech because a lot of times it sounds great, and then when you get it in your place, like, what the heck? How come mine doesn't do the whole matrixing thing? So I'm curious to try some of that stuff out. Too bad you have to use a TV though. Kind of weird.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing. This is on their biggest, baddest TVs. So this isn't like if they're trying to make this a cheap ass option for people to not want to what do you call it? For people to not get like a full-fledged home theater, if you had to spend $8,000 to $10,000 on TV, like, well, I don't get it. I don't get it.
You're just gonna put random speakers everywhere. You spent that much, and then you're just gonna put random speakers.
Let's put one on
random places.
Let's put one in the ceiling. Aim it down.
Let's do that.
So it's a little weird. That's a little weird.
All right. If you would like to join us every week on Mondays at what time is it? About 6 p.m. Central, which is the best time. That's where I am. Make sure you join us at youtube.com/Daily HiFi. We out.